want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the I slip go, here I go, here I go, go. And once again I'm yours.
It's the 2K Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie John.
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. Tip-off goes to Charlotte. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Charlotte, they've got Batum, Cody Zeller out there with Marvin Williams, and there's Kemba Walker, and it's Lee in at the 2 spot.
And guys, you know, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract, and he did not follow that up with big production. In fact, he tied a career low in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch four.
Count the bucket. Walker with it. Now it's in and down to Doris Burke, who is able to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
One of their harder tasks in this game will be finding a way to slow down the explosive scorer, Joe Johnson. He said there isn't any one answer, as Johnson can and will play so many different roles in an offense throughout the course of the game. He said he can initiate plays as well as finish plays. We'll just have to make sure we don't lose track of them. Guys?
And thank you for that, Doris. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open.
Dang passes to Dragic. Whiteside kicks to Wade. Back to Whiteside. Foul.
Man,
and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Wade against Lee. Wade kicks to Dang. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
I'll tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
Talking about Luol Deng, his consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
And here's a guy can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game, makes plays for his teammates, rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable.
Here's Dragic following the score by Charlotte. Johnson dishes to Whiteside. Back to Johnson. Pass to Dragic. Clock at 6. There's the feed to Whiteside. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Hornets trail by 5. Outside, Walker. Pick by Zeller. Williams passes to Zeller. passes to Batum. Fires the three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
He'd have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Dragic kicks to Wade. Johnson outside. The three. Shot clock at 6. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. The Heat need to get a shot off. Dang can't get it. To go. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's Walker penetrating. Nice D from Dang.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Whiteside with it. And Zeller picks him up defensively. Here's Wade. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Now, here's Walker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Williams dishes to Batum. Williams a screen on Johnson. And Batum kicks to Williams from 12 feet out. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Johnson's shot is off. Hornets trail by 4. Pick by Williams. Zeller inside. He's guarded by Dragic. Wade against Walker. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality. Maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assist man.
Kemba Walker hits them both. Greg, talking about Walker, you have to love the way he competes, his willingness, Clark, to put the team on his shoulders and carry him.
Love that competitive spirit of his. They're actually figuring out how to use him best, but he's such a dynamic offensive player. You've got to give him room to be creative at that end.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's the three. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Johnson attacking. He kicks to Wade. Dang. Hornets with the rebound. Outside, Batum. Here's Walker. Batum wide open. He fires. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Kemba Walker with an eerily similar season once again. Stats the last 3 years have ironically been very close.
Yeah, we talked about those 3 years. Almost 18 points a game in around 35 minutes. So did so on just under 16 shots as well. So becoming more and more efficient.
Winslow's check in for Luol Deng. The Hornets also with a sub. Jefferson's checked in. Wade passes to Winslow. Back to Wade. Kicks to Johnson. And it's Dragic off the drive. No good. Charlotte has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Lee with the ball. Wade picks him up. And Walker kicks to Lee. There's three-pointers off the mark.
You know, it's kind of one of those weird anomalies when you look at Kemba's numbers, because in each of those seasons, he played a different number of games. Just one of those kind of quirky, weird things we pick up on sometimes when our brain is foggy.
Here's Jefferson after Joe Johnson scored. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Williams has got his second bucket.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Johnson against Lee. Back to Johnson. The tray. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And for Walker, guys, and his stats, even for players considered consistent, there is more variation than what Walker has put up.
Now here's Winslow. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. He talked about, what he did in that national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Williams. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker.
Well, we know until last season the Heat had kings of the Southeast Division. They won 4 straight division titles. But all of that...
And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Johnson kicks to Winslow. Back to Johnson. Heat moving the ball around. Wade dishes to Johnson. Winslow, the pass to Whiteside. Johnson outside. Here's Dragic. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed. Dragic has got it all tied up now for the Heat. The Heat struggled in their own division last year. Ended up 3rd in the group, but went a measly 6-10 in conference play.
And listen, they knew it was going to be difficult without LeBron, and especially with the injuries they faced. The Heat still have the most division titles among the Southeast teams with 7. They need to work hard, though, to add to that mark in coming years.
Now here's Lamb, following the miss by Al Jefferson. Over in the corner, Lamb. Screen by Jefferson. And Lamb kicks to Jefferson. It's stolen by Wade. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. That puts them in the lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. One of the more recognizable names in the draft this year from Wisconsin, Frank Kaminsky, mostly because of his play, his terrific play at the college level, Clark.
Player of the year in college basketball, Frank the Tank led the Badgers to a chance at the national championship. They came up short against Duke, but he showed himself to be a leader and a multi-skilled big man.
And guys, with Kaminsky, he has all the intangibles. Wasn't selected higher because of maybe a lack of athleticism. But this is a kid who is a winner through and through, and I think has a tremendous upside in terms of his NBA future.
And, sometimes people, to me, look too much at what a player can't do instead of what they can do. Kaminsky has legit height and is extremely skilled as a power forward. Won't blow you away with anything, but I think he'll contribute in the NBA for a long time.
Here is Lin following the 3 by Miami that went in. Jefferson, a screen on Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. Dragic against Land. Bank shot, no good.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Now here's Lynn. After the miss from Goran Dragic, Courtney Lee is on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lee's got his first 2 points. Miami leading by 3. It's Richardson on the wing.